everyone, my name is B-rad and welcome back to F1 24 Manager. We are getting ready for the Spanish Grand Prix for the 10th race of the season. And last time we were here, we were at Canada, where we actually had rain for not the first time of the year, but it was kind of a shocking turn of, well, it was kind of shocking that we had rain in the Canadian Grand Prix, but we are going to go ahead though and get ready for the Spanish Grand Prix. So last time we got some good points from Canada. We didn't do too bad actually. We were close to getting a podium, but couldn't quite get there. It's been a couple races in a row where we have yet to get a podium since Monaco. But Canada was pretty good, with all things considered. Obviously, our drivers scored points, as you can see. Championship competitor Lando Norris DNF'd out of the Grand Prix in Canada, so unfortunately things didn't iron out very well for the McLaren, but hopefully things do get better though before we get further into the season. So we're going to go ahead and go through the rest of the grid and kind of see where everybody is. Surprisingly enough, the bottom half of the grid actually doesn't have DNFs, except for George Russell, who only has one. And then once we get up in the top 10, the top half of the grid, that's where we'll see some DNFs. Hamilton has a DNF, Piastri has a DNF, Perez has a DNF, Carlos Sainz has 2 DNFs this season. Lando Norris got his first last round. Charles Leclerc has yet to get a DNF. And Max Verstappen DNF'd out of the Monaco Grand Prix. For the DHL pit stop challenge, we are not doing very good at all. We're actually not even close to the Williams. So, yeah, it has not been fun in the DHL. But next season is where we'll kind of shine in that challenge. Is kind of where we're going to massively improve. Our best pit stop right now is 2.6. It's been a while since we even had a pit stop like that. Either way, we are getting ready for the Spanish Grand Prix. We do have some things to address in the mail. So here's our post-race data from the Canadian Grand Prix. Before we continue on, though, I just want to say if you're enjoying this on YouTube, if you're enjoying my video for the first time on YouTube, and you're new around here, I really appreciate it if you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an interview from me, as I do upload every day. And I also stream on Twitch. I also have Instagram and TikTok that I would also really appreciate it if you would follow on those platforms down below in this YouTube description, using the usernames down there as well. But with that, taking a look at Mercedes, as we look at the post-race data, it looks like finally an update on Mercedes, who is one of our rivals this season. Their car has better medium speed performance than us at the moment. So they're in a better position to excel next race, which is, oddly enough, Spain. So the chassis failed, the underfloor and suspension failed. So finally our chassis have taken a hit, so we're going to have to go to a previous design for one of our drivers. So it looks like our underfloor, really our suspension, how many suspensions do we have already? We have 2. How many underfloors do we have now? We have 3. So we will get to manufacturing the chassis right away. Get that ready. So we're just going to kind of move on here. I don't think we'll need to manufacture more suspensions, but we might as well go ahead and add another one. Actually, I think 4 is good for now. I would think 4 is good for the moment being. Okay, I was making sure this was the Spanish Grand Prix. I was kind of scared there, kind of saving on the data thing. So again, take a look here. So Mercedes again have better performance. I'm not going to worry about manufacturing another suspension. I think we'll be fine on that front. Most likely, though, our chassis will fail next race, or after this Grand Prix. So it's going to be interesting to see how everything goes here. So, take a look at the side pods. We finally have 2 side pods again. So we actually can see where we are, which we're actually going to be competitive in Spain. We're going to be in the points. So I think we'll have the, I would say around 5th best car. Mercedes is still better than us. So we're going to be struggling to keep up with the Mercedes cars. How about Alpine? We're going to be better than Alpine, better than Williams, better than Haas, better than RB. And then it's going to be a fight between us and Aston Martin for points. Is there anything I need to go over? It doesn't look like I need to. I think facilities, I think they're just going to save for a factory upgrade. And we're just going to go ahead and just sim on ahead. So now, our underfloor is officially in. Very good. We're going to manufacture this. We're going to get, I think, 5 chassis. Maybe 4. So we'll just do 4 chassis for the moment. Let's see, how many days is it going to take? It's going to take 10 days to get the chassis in, so it's going to take a while for the chassis to kind of manufacture. So we're going to be here a while. Here is our pit director getting up a rating. We're also done with research. We're going to research side pods. We do have an ATR period that is ending pretty soon. And I think it's going to be right after this Grand Prix that it's going to be taking effect. So I think we'll just save the rear wing for when we need to do it. So let's take a look at the sponsor plan. We're going to have 3.8 million again. Very good. And there's 3 million, no mandatory activity. Underfloor is done as well. I think we're just going to save the project. We're just going to save this for the rear wing, use an ATR period on it after this week's weekend. Sponsor plan, we actually are going to get more money, which is going to help our team financially. So we're going to get 4 million out of this. About 4 million. Is there anything else that we need to tackle as far as upgrades? It doesn't look like we need to. Yeah, honestly, I think we could have just done 3 chassis instead of 4, but it is what it is. We got a suspension wrapping up, so we can probably do a front wing or rear wing manufacturing. So we have 4 front wings, 4 rear wings. So medium risk for Valtteri, Joe, same thing. So I think we'll just do front wing first. We're just going to do 4 of these. We're going to do 4 front wings, kind of help with the thing. We're just going to kind of try what we can to manage the, kind of manage the the inspection stuff. Kind of get to where we have plenty of front wings in case we need to manufacture more. Also, cost cap, we have spent almost half of our money almost halfway through the season, so things are doing okay. We do have like half of the season left to go. I might spend. I might want to save up for 11 million, but I don't know if we'll get it right away. So we'll see how it goes. So if we take a look, Carl Science is probably I should be looking at. Scouted. I think it's going to be okay. So it's still going to be a bit before we lose the ratings. So again, Ferrari has taken the constructors' lead. Leclerc has overtaken Lando because of the DNF. So again, the Drivers' Championship is still tight between the top 4. So we'll see how that goes. We're in contention though for 5th place potentially in the Drivers' Championship, and I'm gonna be honest with Joe. He's probably not gonna get any. He's not gonna get higher than 10th. So I would probably expect Russell to gain some points on Joe here in this Grand Prix. So honestly, my expectation is that Valtteri finishes in the points as usual, and then Joe kind of misses out on points, because at the moment, if we take a look at our car analysis and we go to the car and swap out the car 2, we are missing very important performance for Zhou Guanyu that he will need this race. The only gain he really gets here with that switch is the engine cooling and DRS effectiveness, basically. He loses acceleration, speed, pretty much everything as far as low speed, high speed. So hopefully everything goes well for Joe. We're gonna have to pull some strategy to kind of get through the thing here. So we're gonna probably again be kind of barely in the points, if at all, for Valtteri. For Joe, I'm gonna risk 16th. I hope he gets there, which he should be able to. But again, I kind of doubt it. But who knows? Here we are, getting ready for the weekend here in Spain. The race is going to be rain, so another rain weekend for Formula 1. It could be possible that our ERS will reach at the point of wear before we get halfway into the season, which is A-okay. We do have 24 races in a race season. 24 races this season, so I think it's going to be pretty interesting for the RS kind of survive. I expect Valtteri's to wear out first compared to Zhou Guanyu as far as wear and tear. So taking a look at the setup for this weekend, we're going to be rolling with this as our front wing. That is our rear wing angle. This, that, and we're going to do this as well. So this will be their starting point on their setups for both of our cars. So there we are. So we'll see how it goes. And we're now getting ready for FP1. So we're going to go ahead and get going here in practice. Beautiful day for practice. Beautiful day for practice, ladies and gents. Alright. Hopefully everyone is enjoying their day so far. And hopefully, if your day hasn't been the best, hopefully I can help. Hopefully I can help make it better for you with this career mode video or stream, whatever you want. Whichever you're watching from, Twitch or YouTube. Hopefully I can make it better for you. But yeah. Wow, Perez is actually barely quicker than the RB of Emuloso. Now slower. 41% for Valtteri. So I'm going to be kind of taking a peek at their engine components to see if I need to worry about the wear and tear that's been developed on their cars.
How is the car balance for you?
Oh wow, very close for Valtteri.
Copy, understood.
How's the tire temperature?
Alright.
Tires are the cold side, try to put a bit more temperature.
More temperature. Alright. For Valtteri Bottas, everything is optimal, but the cornering, which is at great. The main thing we'll change is this, but other than that, everything kind of stays the same. So this setup will kind of change a little bit of what Valtteri needs, but also keeping everything the same.
I feel very natural with this balance at the minute.
Alright, so Joe is now in the pit lane. So great for braking stability and oversteer, as well as traction. Straight's good, while the cornering is at optimal. Very good for the Chinese driver. Very good. And we're going to move the tire camber and toe out to maximum. So this will be the setup changes. Put on softs. And kind of get ready to send out Valtteri Bottas, who is due to get sent out very soon. And here we go. Valtteri Bottas currently on the soft tires. Currently 19th quickest though. Frederick Vesti, I don't know who is controlling that Mercedes, but they have a issue with the car. It's the ERS problem. I like how we're not getting that kind of emergency warning thing like Frederick has, like Vesti has, but I don't know. It's a weird world sometimes. Weird world. So he has a mechanical fault. It's gotten worse.
As far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
I think their engine is kabooming, or that's gearbox. It's his gearbox, right? Let me look. Wasn't it a gearbox? No, it was the RS. Huh. Shit.
Try to work a bit more on tires and up now.
Alright.
How does the car feel? Question.
Valtteri's still at optimal, but it's it went up by a percent or so. Percent or two is what I would say how much it went higher. So optimal on everything but braking now, which is still at great. So we just need to lower this. So we're gonna go ahead and do that for Valtteri. Let's see about Joe.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes, confirm.
Oh. Something didn't go well with Joe's setup. Cornering and braking are optimal. Oversteering is still at great, but traction went down to good, and now it's bad on the straights. So we'll have to change the setup a lot here to accommodate for Joe. This is going to be his new changes for the car. So we'll go ahead and get ready for Valtteri to get released here. We will do the same for Joe Guan Yu.
Okay, Joe, that was the checkered flag.
Alright. So Carlos Sainz was the fastest driver in FP1, with Oliver Behrman right behind him by, I believe it was like 9/10. So, once again, with the last two cars on the grid for the results. The RS is now wearing out for Valtteri's car. So we are due for a change for ERS swap for Valtteri's Sauber. And we're going to go ahead and save once again. Very good. And now we're going to go ahead and manage FP2.
Okay, so the green light is now.
Again, we're going to watch out for components. We're going to watch on Valtteri in particular because components are a lot more worn now. Alright.
How is the car balance for you?
Alright.
Copy.
And Valtteri is optimal, 100%, so he'll be done with this weekend. And let's see about Joe Guan Yu. And Sergeant now just pulled up to start his practice. And Joe, unfortunately, is now due for a setup change. So let's see what the issue is now. I think it's going to be a huge improvement. Oversteers are great while everything else is at optimal. Very good for Joe. And we're going to go ahead and make these changes to his car. Oh, I just swapped him over to the mediums. That was not so smart. That was not smart at all. I did not mean to do that. What I meant to do was to get him on softs. But I'm a big dum-dum. It looks like percentages are about the same for Joe and Baltas. And there's Valtteri in the garage. There's Valtteri. And there's Voucher now pulling out on softs. We'll see him do good laps. I looked at my recent. I recently went to take a look at my YouTube channel for as far as views and stuff like that. And I went over to videos and went to popular. And I haven't paid much attention to my Injustice videos recently at all. I uploaded them from like 2 to 4 weeks ago. Did a full series on it. I still need to do another episode of it though.
Yeah,
I did indeed. Oh, up to 100% for Joke 1U. So he is officially ready for the quality session. Good. Like I was saying though, Injustice 2. Individual videos doing well. The playlist doesn't really get views. It's because it's in a playlist. You're not likely to get a playlist or what you want to call it. Your playlist isn't going to get much views unless you put a link in there for the playlist, which I probably should do. The only thing I really need to do in Injustice 2 is actually do the ending for the whole game storyline. I haven't done it in so long. That'll probably be a video I'll do tomorrow, I think. Or something like that. AKA August 26th. Might get that, like, recorded and get it up, I think. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, Joe. Easy checker.
Alright. There's, practice. That's done. What's done's done, amigo. Max Verstappen was fastest in FP2. Very good. For Max Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, Piastri, very close. Again, last 2 cars on the grid, 100% across the board. Now we're going to go ahead and simulate FP3. Getting ready for the race, or getting ready for qualifying now. It's gonna be interesting. 7% on Valtteri's gearbox. So it looks like to me that we're probably not gonna see that gearbox for the rest of the year. Engine will be a different story though. Joke on you, it looks like, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and give Joe the treatment and just go ahead and give him the new ERS. Gearbox won't be seen for much longer. We're going to go ahead and save once again. And we're going to go ahead and qualify here in Spain.
And that should be the green light now.
Alright. So it looks like we'll get traffic big time in our first lap. Ah, Joe didn't really get a good lap.
Mode end. Coming.
Wow. That's... Wow. Nothing Joe can do. Sergeant locked up.
Let's watch these
Turn
cars
10.
as they head into turn 10.
Yeah, you're going pretty quick through here.
And the car just locks. Now they did leave it very late. There's a yellow flag now.
Ooh, Verstappen spins right round.
Oh my.
Not very good. I'm probably going to give Joe a second shot here. What does Valtteri have in tires? Oh, no. He's not running again. Might as well run now. While we can, anyway. Okay, no traffic this time around, so I think he should improve. P10 now.
At the moment we are
Not bad.
P10.
Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad for Joe Guan Yu. I think he'll just make it, I think he'll just make it here. Just barely. Okay, interesting. Max Verstappen, Ocon, Sargent, Hulkenberg, and Daniel Ricciardo all missed Q2. Interesting. So again, Valtteri, again, based off of what we're seeing from Joe and Bottas, Bottas has a better chassis than Joe, and it shows by like half a second. So Joe pretty much is losing half a second a lap because of the gearbox, or because of the chassis, excuse me. We're gonna go ahead and release both cars. Release. Hopefully we don't get traffic. Bottas got held. No traffic this lap for either of them. It's good. Joe did not improve that lap. That is really bad, actually.
Copy.
That is really bad. It's not like he had a shot at Q3 anyway. Albon locked up going into turn 1. So did Hamilton.
Now we're with Lewis Hamilton here. Well, things are okay at this stage. And there goes the steering. By that point, it was just too late.
That's the next team I want to do, honestly. Is Mercedes. I kind of want to do Mercedes, though, but I said I wouldn't. Because the rule is, for the Road to Glory, if you did not win a championship in a 5-year period, or if you won a Constructors' Championship in that 5... So from 2023 to 22, 21, 2019, 18. So somewhere from 2018 to 2023, if you did not win a constructor, if you did win a constructors from those years, you are not in the challenge. But I really wanted Mercedes though. Perez is quickest in Q2. So Russell, Tsunoda, Joe, Albon, and Pierre Gasly missed out Q3. So we're going to see another Q3 appearance from Valtteri here. Again, Valtteri is just putting in performance, like huge performances here in Spain. It just goes to show that he is insane. That was a horrible lap. He got held up massively.
Okay, we're currently in P1.
Nope.
We're in a good place.
Same one. I mean, the 4/10 gap is kind of competitive, but not really. Half a second off the pace. Up now a second. Carlos Sainz went basically about 4.5 tenths quicker than Verstappen. We're not going back out, so Piastri is going for another lap. Perez is trying to. I don't know. Perez will get a lap in. Piastri still 8th. Improved. We're down to P8 with Carlos Sainz as the pole sitter for the Spanish Grand Prix. So we're starting P8 and P13 for this race. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Could have been better with Joe, but only in their chassis, though. Alright, so it's raining here in, here in Spain. So it doesn't look like we can really do anything on strategy. We could probably get them on a one-stop. But again, you never really know, so I think we're just going to do kind of what the game has in store with their strategy. And kind of just go from there. Because really, conditions can change. So it's going to be wet at the start. But I think what's going to happen is that it's going to go on the enters. So it looks like everyone will start on... I don't know. We might have to go back in case we get the wrong tire, but I don't see people going inners, especially when it's that wet.
And there's always a sense of excitement
I'm wrong.
when it comes to talking about Max Verstappen.
Verstappen on the inners.
It's a B5 start. The podium's in sight, but there's a lot.
It looks like Tyler Alonso Stroll on inners as well. I think there are drivers that are doing a mix of both inners and wets. Ferrari lockout. What happened to Perez? Oh, he was third. Okay. Lights out and away we go though. Oh no, everyone's on inners. Since there is no. Actually, we can do our strategy that we did in Canada. Actually. We can do the strategy we did last episode. Just use the tires up. Okay. Gonna conserve here. He actually locks up at turn 5. Interesting.
We're following the action through turn 5. The wheels just lock up there. But really, it was always going to be a tough time out on the track in these kind of conditions.
Just riding that grass and the gravel, that's only going to damage the underfloor of your car. So, Carlos Sainz will grab fast lap. Yeah, our strategy is much better. We're just going to... Ooh, what the heck happened to our tires? Magnussen spins it. Again, wet tire. It's wet, so not everyone's going to be able to handle it. Oh, right on the gravel too. Add insult to injury.
And for the crew, what?
That's going to suck for Haas. It's now back to damp, so we're going to keep an eye on this for most of the race. So it looks like it'll go damp. Jesus! I don't want to be burning the tires. Good lord. Jeez, guys, I don't want to be burning these tires. Alright, we'll just use Valtteri now. Norris now getting the fast slap. Wow, I knew that was going to turn south right away for Valtteri. But 3 Bottas. Perez now has fast lap. We had fast lap there for a moment now. Verstappen locks up at turn 1.
And they're bound to be struggling with the wet track. And there's the lockout.
Even the reigning champ is struggling.
Their own passenger.
Even the champion, even the reigning champ is even the reigning champ struggling. This strategy is actually working better for Valtteri rather than Joe, oddly enough. For Valtteri, it's doing work, but for Joe, it's kind of not doing a whole lot much on his strategy. So I'm now wondering if Joe and Bottas can pit the same lap with this information in mind.
Just give it everything you got.
I think we can honestly get them both pit around the same lap. I don't think I need to worry. Yeah, I kind of just, yeah, I can kind of, yeah, one stop might be better this race. Just solely the fact that you can take care of your tires. I'm gonna ignore that, because the way we've been doing it is working on the strategy we've been doing, so It's gonna get us positioned, sure, on the short-term track position, but unfortunately, it's not gonna quite work out on the long run. But we will be on the fresh tires. I think it's gonna be time now to pit. So we're actually gonna go ahead and just push, and put Valtteri in next lap. And then it'll be this lap for Valtteri, next lap for Joe here. Actually, Joe can honestly stay out. Yeah, Joe can stay out, but yeah, fuck it, pit now. Pit now, Joe. I don't see that working out just well. Yeah, pit this time, yeah. Alright. .9, 2.8, not bad. Alright, back to 5th and 13th we go. Yeah, this strategy is working to perfection.
No overtake.
Copy.
Shit.
No charge. No charge.
Copy.
Alright. Yeah, it seems like it's working better long term than it ever would. The goal here is to not go towards the red by avoiding the yellow color. So if it goes to like, okay, let me push the tires on Valtteri and Joe. So from 90 degrees Celsius, the tires are gonna be like, they're gonna be overheating, but they're not gonna be severely overheating. And what you want to do is conserve their tires from there. Like do little small pushes and then conserve. Let the tires cool down and then go right back in it. So by doing this, we're kind of bouncing between pushing and not pushing at all. In turn, we're saving tires doing this. Kind of like a standard race strat, like standard command for your tires. Also, Valtteri and Joe can now make it to the end on fuel. And now, I can't do that yet. Stroll spun it. Let's see what happened here. Turn 4. Looks like he lost in the rear.
Sorry.
Wow. That was quick to get it back on the track. Safely, though, as well. Alright, I think for Valtteri, it's going to be time to pit here, because by the time, yeah. I think it's time to get back to the pits. Yeah, it's time back to pit road. Yeah, we might as well. It's not really going to do us any good here. Boom. Push fuel. Alright.
The track is getting a little bit messy. Maybe we can think about it.
Okay, it's back to damp now. Let's see. We could probably get a podium here if we just push these tires to all hell, honestly.
Yellow.
Yo, flag.
Now we're down at
Magnussen locked up. Oh, at a corner. He was out. Oh, this was the corner. He spun it.
And hopefully there's not too much damage to the tires.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to catch Alonso. Hate to break it to him. The way things are going right now, it's probably not going to get to a point of a podium here. Dude, honestly, fuck it, push. Push. I guess we could push him as well. We're P5 now. I think we're gonna get another 4th. Maybe potentially we can get up to Norris. Verstappen has an issue.
Yeah, it could be.
So Sainz, I think, can win. Yeah, he's winning. And here he comes, coming off of the final corner. Carlos Sainz will win the Spanish Grand Prix, his home race here at Barcelona. And here comes Perez to go to the line. It's going to be 2nd for Perez, and it's going to be 3rd for Lando Norris. And how about this? Another 4th place finish for Valtteri Bottas. Verstappen will end the Grand Prix on a mechanical fault. Leclerc 6th. Verstappen finished 5th.
Great job. Mode end.
And here comes Oscar Piastri to finish 7th place. A lot of these teams finished with very rough tires on their intermediates. Here comes Hamilton to go 8th. Excuse me, Alonso now, P9. And our driver, Joe Guan Yu,
Okay,
to
Joe.
come home P10 with the fastest lap as well. We did a 2-stop anyway, but
Enjoy the race.
yeah, I was about to say, there was no way we would have been able to do that 1-stop.
What an excellent drive there from Valtteri Bottas.
It's safe to say they exceeded all expectations. A finish in the points, and my goodness, it is.
If I pushed a little bit earlier, I think we would have probably not gotten
Just
4th.
look at this. The overwhelming excitement for those celebrating this achievement. And Carlos Sainz heading up to the podium now, the Spaniard adding another to his record.
What a great way to take their 3rd win this year. They've definitely found their form.
And by the looks of things here in Barcelona, the party's only just beginning. So then, Karun, how do you think the Sauber team will be feeling after that?
How about it?
It was a really strong outcome for them today, with both drivers performing well, capping off a good weekend.
And with that, our time in Barcelona is done.
Next time, the teams will be forging ahead at full throttle through the Styrian Forest. The Austrian Grand Prix is right around the corner.
Yeah, that's right. That's a Spurs weekend, if I remember correctly, but I don't remember. With that, though, that is the Spanish Grand Prix. The home hero of Carlos Sainz wins his home race here at Spain. Picks up the race win. Perez getting 2nd. Lando Norris picking up 3rd place after his DNF at Canada. Then we have Valtteri Bottas picking up another 4th place finish to continue the point spree for him. Max Verstappen 5th, Leclerc 6th. Piastri, Hamilton, Alonso, and Joe got the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, so he'll have the same amount of points earned as Fernando Alonso at the end of it. Lance Stroll outside the points. Bad day though from Kevin Magnussen and Prima Toss altogether. They did not start very good, and they did not finish very good either. Alpine has not been that close to the points this season, to the points finishes at all. Hamilton and Alonso are tied again in the championship. And once again, Carlos Sainz, I believe, I know I said this last episode, but Carlos Sainz is pretty much still in championship contention here. The top 4 is still the drivers to watch out for. Valtteri Bottas continues to pull away from Lewis Hamilton and gaining himself within reach of P6 for the driver championship. Once again, Joe just keeps pulling away from George Russell. So again, we still have 14 drivers who have scored a point at least this season. Everyone else is still not doing well. The Constructors' Championship, Ferrari keeps pulling away from Red Bull and McLaren. We continue pulling away from Mercedes and Aston Martin as well, and everybody else except for the top 3. And once again, we do not have the DHL top 10 fastest pit stops for the day. Carlos Sainz actually, for Ferrari, actually picks it up as well for this Grand Prix. That is actually their fastest pit stop this season. And that will give them leverage in the 4th place position now. Alpine back up to 3rd. RB lost a couple spots. Still in relative contention, though, for 3rd. But unfortunately, again, we did not score a single point this season as we have been slower than all the teams this season, which was kind of to be expected. So we'll go ahead and continue on. And obviously, with that performance from both of our drivers, another $1 million is racked up for the team, which is very good. As we are now going to get ready for the Austrian Grand Prix. Theo Pourchaire jumps up a rating. That is good to see there. As well as our reserve driver Lena and Carey as well, bumping up back a rating. So yeah, we have 4 days until the Austrian Grand Prix for the 11th race of the season. And that is going to be where I end it, though, for the Spanish Grand Prix video. If you enjoyed it, I really appreciate it if you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this. And I also really would appreciate it if you would hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video from me, as I do upload each and every day. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the Spanish Grand Prix. And with that, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace out, everybody. Ciao.